Gareth Graham. Wearing a new hoodie. That's a new thing, isn't it, mate?
What, hoodies?
People wearing hoodies on the golf course these days. What's your thoughts on it, actually? What do you think about hoodies on the golf course? Are you an old school man, or you don't mind?
I just want people playing golf.
Yeah.
Simple as that, really.
Yeah, fair enough.
It doesn't look like this is a hoodie from... It's actually a brand from...
It's a local brand, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Rock Solid Golf.
We should do some reviews on that, actually.
Should do, yeah. Well, they are.
Should give them a call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a few of their hats, actually. I like the style. It's really cool.
Yeah.
I gave one to my brother, so they're actually world renowned now, because my brother wears one in Australia.
Okay.
So there you are. Well, we just thought, because you've changed your irons lately, and we went down to Cotton House, what was that, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago?
For the Titleist irons? Yeah, would have been.
And that place is awesome. In fact, they made you change your ball, didn't they? Because you were X for all. No, you were Pro
normal.
Then you went to an X.
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be good for the guys to sort of hear why you changed your clubs, because obviously they were pretty new.
Yeah.
And you're a decent golfer, so why would you have changed them relatively quickly?
So the last set of irons I had were Titleist CBs.
Mm-hmm.
The irons before those were Taylormade PSIs. The CBs are slightly thinner. You would class them as an iron which is harder to hit.
Yeah.
So, believe it or not, I don't play a lot of golf.
We know that. Well, I know that
You
anyway.
That? Just so busy doing what I do here. And whenever I went to play, and when I play golf in the winter, in the Pro-Am events. And that's once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's called the Ulster Alliance. Great fun actually, but unfortunately not been on this week.
Yeah. So with not playing a lot of golf and only playing in the winter, I felt like the CBs just weren't giving me enough help.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. They are definitely harder to hit than the ones you've got at the moment. And I guess, if you played all the time, you could have potentially got on with them. But
well, you always make fun of me and say that they're a ball striker club. That's why I had to change. Club.
But you strike it okay. But I know, like before with your PSIs, although they were quite old school, you had this kind of piercing, kind of not low spin, but decent spin ball.
Do you remember? I got fit for them, right? And we went out and played golf straight after. Yeah. And I played some of the best iron shots I've ever played with. And you went, what are you doing? Yeah. You're changing your irons? Yeah. So you just do these things, don't you? So you just make, well, that was a mistake, I think. Those PSIs you were dangerous with them. But I guess that these ones, the reason why they're kind of similar, aren't they? Would you say? They are. So we've done a video anyway, but they're the P770s.
They did look pretty gorgeous, to be honest with you.
They're nice. Yeah. They have this slot, as they call it, that was in the PSIs. Yeah. The difference this time, the PSIs were, I think it was 7 to wedge were forged. Right. And 6 to 4, I only had 4 iron, were cast. Okay. Whereas they're all forged. Oh, okay. It's a fully forged set of clubs.
Interesting. Okay.
I just like the sort of clean look.
It looks
sleek.
Clean.
Yeah, they're nice.
And it still looks kind of bladey. I know it's muscle back.
It's a bit like a PXG, isn't it? It's got one screw anyway.
Yeah. That's why it's half the price. Hit some balls with it then.
Yeah, so this is 7 iron. So
what are you expecting?
7 iron for me.
It's not a normalised, to be fair.
No, we'll get it all changed here. Okay.
Bearing in mind you're not particularly warmed up. You've hit like 3 shots.
Yeah, I've hit 3 shots. Yeah. So slightly thicker top line than the Titleists.
That's a good strike.
It's a nice shot. There's not a lot of shifting in the ball flight there. It's pretty straight.
It's kind of straight. What's your usual shape? I mean, I know you say you kind of either way really, but
see
there you go, 170.
The interesting thing for me, and the thing that impressed me, I guess, my 7 iron was a 160 with the Titleist.
It was, yeah.
Now it's nearly now 170, so you're nearly 8 to 10 yards longer. Now, for me, you've got to look into why you're going to get that. Mm-hmm. Why is it going 8 yards longer?
Well, there's a bit of loft issue, isn't there?
There is. If I was going to tell you, there's 1 degree difference.
Yeah.
1 degree stronger. Yeah. Not 3, 4.
You'd expect maybe a yard or 2, not 10 yards.
So it's not in. Yes, it's stronger in loft, but not massively. Yeah. Now, the other thing you're going to look at, well, if I'm going to get 8 to 10 yards carry, is it going to spin less? Yeah. No.
No. I mean, that's probably a lower side. Well, actually, no, that's Orca's perfect situation, right? But
well, not even. Orca's is 6,000.
Yeah. But I know, yeah, I mean, you've always played quite a flattish, not less spinny ball flight. If you put a 7 under my hand, I'd probably get to about 8,000.
Like, saying that, it's what, 103 feet in the air?
Yeah.
It's not that flat.
Yeah.
But I was so impressed whenever the fitter for Ireland, Gareth Boyd, fit me for them. And it was immediately 8 to 10 yards longer, while maintaining spin.
And that was the same as your PSI, so I guess it's back to normality for you, right?
Yeah. Now, that golf shot there, it's finished slightly right of target. You can see the ball flight, a slight fade off to the right, which I like. Yeah. That's what I've been trying to work towards.
How easy is it to shape those irons, would you say?
What do you want to
give me a little cut off the left? Yeah, left hand side cut to centre.
So it started left. Don't overcut.
Let's see if he's got it. So yeah, there's a slight cut.
Not much, but need to work a bit more with cutting that.
I mean, there is a little cut. I mean, the cut is supposed to be like 5 yards, so I'll give you that. That's decent, mate. All right, a little draw just to finish. Sounded good. This is actually a really good idea. Now, if you go to, I know it's completely off topic, but if you go into the range with a couple of mates or whatever, do this exercise. Get your mate to say, I want you to hit a draw, I want you to hit a fade, I want you to hit a low, high shot. And actually, it's a really good way to start learning how to hit shots on demand. As
something that I found that works for me is the fact that draw has gone
miles,
a lot further with less spin.
Okay. So, how many irons do you have in the bag? Where does it go from?
So I go from 4, 5, 6, 7 on the wedge. 3 iron is a hybrid.
Okay.
Again, it's just ease of use, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's where you differ to me, and other people differ. Mm. You like playing long irons.
Yeah, well, I do. I like the 3 iron. I like the fact that I can hit it nice and low. I find I struggle to hit a low hybrid.
Now, another part of the fitting process was, and your fitter should be asking you what's your bad shot. Mm-hmm. And now when he was talking about irons, at this minute in time, my bad shot was a left shot.
Yep.
Now, whether it's a pull or a hook, it just finished left of target. And this is part of the reason why he's gone into this, as far as shaft.
Oh, yeah. The extra stiff 130, which you've never had before.
No, exactly. It's always been a stiff player rather than an X. So the reason why the shaft is extra stiff and it's 130 is to help with that process of, I do something called load the shaft.
Yeah.
Now what that means is, you can tell, anyway, but you can see from my swing it's quite short.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I put a lot of pressure on the shaft that way. Mm-hmm. And if the shaft isn't stiff enough, then it can cause that ball to go left.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why he has gone for that KBS Tour 130X.
Yeah.
And listen, I've practiced and I've hit balls and the ball's still gone left. That's me.
Of course, yeah.
Obviously. But if there's any little help that can be put into the golf club to help me, then I'll take it.
Agreed. I think that's the beauty of fitting. Now, I know you can get deals online for slightly cheaper sets of irons if you haven't been fitted for them, but it's the fitting process is so useful for any golfer. It's not going to make you professional, let's be honest, but what it will do is it will alleviate some of those shots that could potentially be in your bag that could affect you badly, big hooks or that could reduce to maybe a more of a draw. But yeah, it's not going to make you professional, but it certainly will help some of the bad shots you have in the book.
It's to give you the best chance to play your best golf.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
And golf clubs are expensive, right? Best part of £1,000 for one of the top brands. What's the point of buying them off the rack if you haven't been fitted?
What would you say? Is it in the last 10 years that custom fit's really been pushed?
Yeah.
12? I don't really know, but it's not been that long.
No.
Whenever I was a kid at school, like custom fit wasn't really.
Absolutely not.
They're on the shelf, just buy them.
Yep. But I guess that it's made a bit easier with the likes of TrackMan and You know, a bit of physical data you can see rather than just going all off, you know, off the top of your head. Right, you should try this. You should try this. There's more physical data.
Yeah. So the other thing with these irons, so if I go up to 5 iron, okay, so it's a lot longer. The fact that it's physically bigger doesn't annoy me. Yeah. It will maybe some, but for me it doesn't annoy me. If I'm standing up, like a 5 iron for me is 190, 195. If I'm standing away that sort of distance from the green, the slightly bigger footprint fills me with a bit more confidence. Yeah. And probably does for most people. Mm-hmm. So
that's got me thinking, mate.
Yeah.
We should try and get some 1-length irons and see what we do a review on them.
Oh, listen, don't start me. Yeah. Because I tried them and I really did like them.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
We'll get some in then. That'd be one of our new videos.
Yeah, 1 length.
One more.
It's an interesting thing.
One more shot then. Decent 5 iron, down the middle. Call the number.
189. Don't think I've got all of it, but...
How's he done? Carry or total?
Carry.
Oh! That wasn't bad, mate.
That was good.
0.3 of a yard off.
That's somebody she's
He knows his numbers.
He knows his numbers. One last thing, sorry, one quick thing. Are the grips. Now, grip doesn't seem something that's that important, but it is. Mm-hmm. I have these fitted with the Golf Pride Align. Yeah. See it that way around there. Yeah. But they're not just, well, with the Align, what you've got is the spine down the back.
And that's for what? What's that for?
So I like to feel the spine down the back because of my grip purposes. So a basic of golf and a good golf grip, in my opinion, is that the golf club runs along the base of the fingers on both hands.
Okay, so it's more of a reference, right?
It is, but I can really feel that, so that whenever I grab that golf club, I know that I'm grabbing it in a certain way. That's what I want to do. Yeah.
So if you want to hit more of a draw, you can go slightly stronger, but you can feel that as a reference.
You could do. Yeah. You could do. My grip doesn't alter that much, shot to shot, but it's more for me to know that whenever I'm holding that club, that my hands are correct.
Would that be a confidence thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So, P770s.
Try them out. We'll have some soon, won't we? In a couple of months, hopefully.
A couple of months? Yeah, maybe a bit less.
Maybe a bit less than that. Yeah. All right, cheers.
Thanks.